Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today's December 4th, and right now we're looking at the infrared satellite imagery. You can see the state of California here, and you see the strong atmospheric river impacting the Pacific Northwest, actually going to slide south and impact portions of Northwest California and probably bring some measurable rain down towards the Bay Area and bring some precip for the Sierra Nevada also. We'll take a look at those details. We'll take a look at the extended forecast. Also, we continue to show some active weather possibly emerging here off the coast of California as we go through the mid portion of December. So we'll take a look at a little bit of that through the video here today. And just a reminder, if you guys want to monetarily help support the channel, you click on that join button down below, and it just, yeah, that's the way to do it. It allows you to sign up for either $3, $5, $10, or $25 a month here. So that is the way you would do that. You can see I've got the El Nino video here. You just click that little join button down there. Channel's doing pretty good here. Just kind of waiting for, like everybody else across California, waiting for that weather to pick up a little bit here. And we do have a little bit of snow incoming here and maybe some rain for the Bay Area and heavier amounts across Northwest California. So there's always something fun to watch. We've got also a moderate risk of sneaker waves here, Eureka, California National Weather Service. And these waves can run up more than twice the normal wave height if you're out in the just kind of enjoying the beach on any given day and you have the sneaker wave increase here, it can really run up and kind of catch you off guard and really can affect children and pets or people who are not able-bodied and able to get out of the way. And this continues all the way down across some of California as well. It looks like their graphic actually cut off, but you have to take my word for it. This runs down past the Bay Area as well. So looking at this day in SoCal weather history, December 4th, check it out. Some warm temperatures here. Is that again the high pressure over the interior portions there brings those offshore winds, and you can see again in 1979 some very warm conditions as well. Now we're looking at near record warmth here for December 6th in Bakersfield, Fresno, Merced, Hanford, Madera out there. Some of these temperatures getting towards the record high. Look at Hanford, might actually break it. They're set back in 2014. Same thing with Fresno there. Merced not quite getting there. But anyway, nice graphic here from National Weather Service, Hanford, California. We've got some gusty winds across some of the desert areas. You can see Laughlin and Needles. Nothing too crazy out there, but just watch out. And these are north winds shown here. This some wind advisory is actually wrapping up about noon today. Santa Clarita Valley and southeastern Ventura County with gusts to 35 miles per hour. Some offshore winds going on. And if you want a nice affordable home weather station to watch this crazy weather we get here along the west coast, it's much more fun to watch a storm roll in with one of these attached to your home. Go ahead and click on that link down below to save 10%. Now, total precipitation in inches in the National Blend of Models. I'm going to scroll through here and you'll see that powerful atmospheric river affecting Washington and Oregon. Then it starts to slide south as we go through the day Wednesday and tries to include some of the Bay Area, maybe 2-3 tenths of an inch if we're lucky, and some of the Sierra Nevada getting into that action as well with some snow for the higher terrain. It might affect some of the pass areas for a brief period of time as well. They usually do a pretty good job across I-80 keeping it pretty clear, but just keep that in the back of your mind. And a lot of that precip is going to be falling here as we go on and starting on Wednesday and then on into Thursday morning, as you can see. Now looking at total snow in inches, National Blend of Models will scroll through this pretty quickly and get into Wednesday. And you can see by Wednesday, late morning, afternoon, some of that snow starts to fly across the Sierra Nevada here, some in Northern California, places like Mount Shasta getting some measurable snowfall as well. And then we scroll on in towards this week and then maybe another little bit of shot here as we go through next week. But we'll worry about that as we get closer to it. Looking at 80-meter wind speeds, I want to show you a little bit of these offshore winds. This is not a strong Santa Ana wind event by any means. You can see some of the gusty northerly winds across some of the desert areas as well. And it's warming things up quite nicely here across some of Southern California into the valley areas and some of the deserts also. Take a look at that here in a moment. You can see these gusty winds, though, kind of continuing on as we go through tonight into tomorrow morning. And then they start to relax there by the time you go towards Tuesday afternoon. Looking at the 24-hour max 2-meter temperature. So we're looking at the NAM 3 km here. And this would be for the last 24 hours here ending Tuesday morning. Some nice warm conditions there for Southern California. Warming up a little bit here by the time you get to Tuesday afternoon and kind of staying a bit warm here as we go on in through the mid portion of the week. Check it out. Some mid 70s starting to show up. Maybe Bakersfield 76. This would be for Wednesday afternoon's highs. Looking at Lake Tahoe, you can see the European also showing some of that snowfall. The mean is right around 2 inches here. And of course, some of the higher terrain can get higher amounts as always. And maybe some of the pass areas might be affected during this time as you go through Wednesday afternoon to Thursday morning. Mount Shasta kind of showing that as well. The mean right up around 4 inches there by the time Thursday morning comes around. Now looking at the GFS, ensemble mean versus the GFS itself on the right. So this is deterministic here. This is the initial conditions, best we understand them. And this one is the average of all 30 of its ensemble members. So each one of those 30 has their initial conditions perturbed a little bit. So it kind of makes up for any errors we may have in our forecast. So it's always interesting to watch what we think the initial conditions are versus our ensemble members. So we put this into motion. Atmospheric river pounding the Pacific Northwest, rolls through here as we go through Wednesday, Thursday, bringing some precip to the Bay Area and the Sierra Nevada. Then we bring some ridging. Now we're going to scroll off through the extended forecast where it continues to show some troughing developing, and actually pretty good agreement between the deterministic and the ensemble runs here, showing some of that troughing off the California coastline. It would be an interesting storm system here on the GFS. This will be about 9-10 days off into the future, however. But then again, it shows another one, and it continues the troughing here on the ensemble. So we do have ensemble support here with the latest GFS deterministic run. So that's something that we can kind of be thankful for if you do like storms into California, that is. I know not everybody likes to see the active weather return to the state of California, but we'll see how this trends over the next few days. This is the European ensemble member here too, and I kind of scrolled ahead here till about Friday, December 15th, the morning time. You're looking, 10, 11 days out at this point. But you can see that troughing is there, so there is some ensemble support with that on the European model as well. Now, looking at the National Blended Models, let's run through this one as well. Let me update that. Is that the most recent? It is. This is for tomorrow, and you can see some of these pretty warm temperatures impacting some of Southern California. Look at this, some low 80s around the Los Angeles metro and maybe up towards 80 for San Diego as well. Dropping back down a little bit here as we go through this week as that trough kind of swings through, and it'll cool temperatures as we go, but still pretty comfortable out there across a lot of the desert areas in Southern California, and maybe warming back up again here as we go through the early portion of next week. Here's the 8 to 14 day precipitation probability. Continues to show that above average potential here for California, no doubt because of that troughing showing up in the weather models. So anyway, yeah, cross your fingers there, storm lovers, California. It looks like we may have an active period here incoming. And of course, this one will bring some heavy precip to some of Northwest California as well. And if you like rainfall, you might be getting a bit here as we go through the day, Wednesday into Thursday for the Bay Area. But anyway, hope you guys are liking these videos. Click like and subscribe. We'll do this again tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then.